number 2, the 10-0 for West Sound TV. I'm the Dr. Doc Parr. Kitty Campagna's with us, and Casey Pregardner out on the camera and the computer. And as we begin, some major turnovers for WF West have led to 2 scores for the Vikings, and this may be heading for a third one. Dax picking up some yardage right up the gut on that one.
Bull made the tackle.
Bull with the tackle. Second down now, and ball is going to be placed inside the 10.
That was a 6-yard gain, second down 4.
Looks like about 4 to go, and our head referee out there, Jimmy Holt, says wind the clock. Bachmore under center. Oh, hand off to Solis. Look out, look out. TD for Dax Solis. Whoa. 6 yards on that one for 6 points on the board for the North Kitsap Vikings. Play number 1 here in the second quarter. And Elkington back to attempt the PAT. Ball is down, and good kick. And at the 11:32 mark here, less than 30 seconds into this quarter, the Vikings now lead 17-0 over the WF West Bearcats. Well, we've had a good season this year of high school football, and here in the Olympic League especially, North Kitsap has definitely been the dominant performer out there on the gridiron, and they continue that tradition so far tonight at least. Well, Kitty? Score on the first play of the second quarter.
I know, just amazing. Their defense is causing these turnovers, and you know, on the not quite a, I guess you call that a block punt, but it's more like a the guy never caught it punt.
It was a bad snap, and Wolin had a tough time at grabbing a hold of it. And George says 36 yards of offense so far for the WF West team. And picked up inside the 10 at about the 6 or 7 yard line. That's Troy Yarder. Yeah, pretty good run back. He'll take it out to the 26, 27.
Saw yellow hanky fly up. That usually suggests that maybe there was a little extracurricular activity as they put him out of bounds.
Yeah, let's see where they're going to end up putting it then. It was up to about the 26, 27, and yeah, it looks like it's against North Kitsap. Personal foul. And there you go, maybe that altercation over outside the boundaries of the field.
Maybe just taking him out of bounds a little bit too hard. They are, you know, erring on safety, that's for sure.
And so WF is going to start out at the 42-yard line, first down for them. Man goes in motion, and that's who Olin gives it to. Oh, pretty good running there. And finally brought down by big old number 55. That's Connor Westby. And a new runner, number 6, Tyson Guerrero, carrying it for the first time for the
Pretty
Bearcats.
solid carry on that one. Didn't want to go down at all.
Picked up a good long 6 at least. Second down and 4 now. Ball close to midfield for the Bearcats.
So, Doc, for those people out in live stream land, it turned out we had some audio problems once again, but Casey and I worked on it. They lost their picture for a while as we had to restart a computer, but it showed the little green bar, so we liked seeing that, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed, and it's modern technology.
Well,
we're doing our best to stay modern.
Well, part of it is just trying to get your hotspot and your bars and all that kind of stuff and your bandwidth, and it's all just too technical for me, Doc.
Yeah. Last time I was at a hot spot.
Yeah, don't even talk about it. That is TMI, Doc.
All right, this will be 3rd down and a couple of yards for a first.
They had him.
Oh, they did have him, and he's going to get out of trouble and make a first down, move the ball into North Kitsap territory, and that's Henry.
Henry listed 5'10", 175. He's a senior, but that extra kind of a stiff arm that he gave there at the end felt like it was more like a 220-pounder.
And Bob Wolin is the head coach for the Bearcats. Of course, Jeff Weibel here at Poulsbo. Dave and I wondered last week if he was going to wear the shorts, and he did.
I don't believe he has any feeling in his calves anymore anyway. To the wrong team. Oh, no.
Almost a pickup there. And number 57 for the Bearcats. Actually, Joe Wylam probably stopped that from being an interception.
He did. That was heads up to make sure that that guy didn't get the ball. You could see that pass just had a little more lift than they're used to.
Ball on the 41-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Bearcats. Boom. In the back. He's got it going to the air. A low pass. And that was to Guerrera, but not much you could do when he barely can get it off the ground.
There is that rule in high school and college that once your knee goes down, you're down. You don't have to be touched. So
yeah,
you're right, Doc.
I saw North with the touch there, just to be sure.
Just in case. We're going to play flag football now. And
or
grab your
pro.
Yeah.
And that was actually a loss of yardage, about a yard loss. 3rd down and 11 now for the Bearcats. And Wolin wants to go to the air, can't find anybody.
He got free.
He sure did. And brought him out to 1st down territory. Boy, I don't know how he got away from 3 purple defenders in deep in the backfield.
Well, I was watching his receivers, seeing who was getting open, and then it was whether or not they...
That's not between 10 and 2. He wasn't even looking at him.
Now, there it is, and the ball is down to about the 31-yard line inside.
Nice elusiveness by the quarterback. Plus, he's pretty darn fast, I'll tell you that.
That's for sure. All right, that'll be another 1st down. So this is actually the first series that the Bearcats have moved the ball, got a couple 1st downs, and are in the Viking territory.
Yeah, they're moving it pretty nicely. North Kitsap definitely still strong on defense.
Molin's going for the deep pass. He's got a man down there, and he has it. Number 5, Henry. Or not Henry, it's Brandon White, another new name. And look at Brandon White's stats, 6'8".
Could be why he could catch that above anybody else out there.
Went up between 2 defenders to get that one.
That was I watched him on his move. He did a little stop and go, and I remember that one from my backyard.
So finally at the 8:22 mark in quarter number 2, the Bearcats put some points on the board. They will attempt the PAT here. And let's see, holding it is number 4, Bull. And that looks good to me, and it is. And number 1, Caden Kelly was kicked that one. So we've got a 17-7 score at this point. North Kitsap is up, and we're at the 8:22 mark on the second quarter. Well, I sure hope that the folks out there in the live stream are back with us. And I want to thank the Kitsap Sun for doing that. And, of course, Peninsula Subaru in Gorst helped sponsor them.
Well, and if they're like me, I have to admit there are times I turn off the announcers and just watch the game. And I'll admit I'm not offended if you're doing that, because sometimes we can become just a little bit obvious, or we kind of pound a point to death. But doing the best we can. I enjoy doing this with you, Doc.
And you know, we do have to admit we may be a little biased towards the North Kitsap Vikings.
Just it.
Bearcats, we're doing our best.
Oh yeah, we certainly appreciate good football by both sides.
That's correct. Yes, indeed. What fun to get into the postseason like this, especially after last year. They had a good team last year, but man, just ran up against Archbishop Murphy at the wrong time.
Way early, exactly.
Okay, so the kickoff, that's a good kickoff, down to about the 10-yard line is where the Vikings will grab it, bring it out to the 20, the 30.
Oh, nice hole. Better running.
Going
there he
over
goes.
To that right side, out to close to the 45-yard line. Scott Ray.
Out to the 45-yard line. Caden Kelly makes the tackle for the Bearcats.
That was a pretty run. He found his blockers on the one side and then slipped off to the other.
Yeah. Is that Stackhouse? Okay. Joshua Laura Stackhouse. And a good run back for the Vikings to begin at their own 44-yard line. Andrew Blackmore goes under center. Hand off. Oh, they're going for him. And Dak Solis brought down. There's a bunch of 51s there. Nolan was in on that one also, as well as Camden Bull.
Well, whatever he's wearing under, which that's what they grabbed. And that was enough for them to stop him.
The old T-shirt. Loss of 2 on that one. Bring up 2nd and 12.
Going to the right. Ooh, almost to the first down marker.
Yeah, they're going to mark it just short. But nice job there.
Jordan Thomas makes the tackle, a yard short of the first down. 3rd down 1.
Well-designed play.
That was Sloman on that one. So 3rd down and a yard.
Again, they're in WF West Bearcat territory.
Oh, boy.
Straight through.
Look out. I don't know how that hole got there, but it was huge, and Andrew found it. And body parts are out there on the field.
I have no idea what he pulled off of him. It was like a towel, but it was like one of those fake things. So if you're going to grab at that, go ahead, and this one's coming off.
Oh, it's probably the hand warmer.
Exactly.
Is that what let him get up through that hole? First down for the Vikings, and they're at the 34, just inside the 35 of the Bearcats. We've got 6:20 left to go in this first half. The handoff going around to that far side. Number 21's going to pick up a few yards, and that's Joel Ingram.
You know, that's one of the things this team has, although we know that quite often they're going to call Dax's number. Ingram is a great other opportunity there because he's got a little bit of speed to the outside, a little bit tinier, maybe sneak through some holes, and just a good runner.
And Tyler Sloman.
Yes,
Also
exactly.
has done some nice rushing out there for the Vikings. And, yeah, how nice to have those choices.
Well, and when Dax was playing as a sophomore and junior, so often they would put him in second half, and he would be the surprise.
Okay, it's going to be second down. Pickup of about 5 on that one. And ball at the 30-yard line, and we have a timeout. North Kitsap at the 5:19 mark here in the second quarter, 17-7 lead for the North Kitsap Vikings. Well, Kitty, it's been a fun season. We've had some good ball, as I mentioned earlier. It sure looks like North Kitsap has been the cream of the crop here in the Olympic League this year.
Well, Doc, I was looking at the original football handout that the Kitsap Sun did, and who was front and center but North Kitsap. They know their stuff there.
That was the one where they did the story on Dax, and Dax wanted to get 2,000 yards this season. I think he's around 1,600.
He is. He's got 1606, not counting tonight.
Okay.
And
well, he's picked up a few more.
Well, what you got to do is 400 could be kind of tough for tonight.
Yeah.
He has 41 now.
He's got 41 at the moment.
But what he's got to do is win, and then he's got one more opportunity to keep adding to that. But, you know, Doc, I was at the women Husky basketball game when Kelsey Plum scored, I think it was like 56, 58, 59, somewhere in there to set the NCAA record, and no one thought she'd do it that day, but she did.
And coming over to this near side, great running room, Dax Solis down to the 10, the 5, and finally driven out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Woo-hoo. Man.
Just another gear entirely.
Man, that was such a... this time he was speeding down that field on that one. First down for the Vikings. Goal to go. Ball it looks like they're going to put it at the 3-yard line.
Really love this response by North Kitsap. They give up a touchdown, and they come right back and are knocking on the door.
First down, Andrew Blackmore. Puts a man in motion, pitches out to Solis. Oh, they just said, come on in.
Did you see that hole?
The end zone is open.
It was gorgeous.
Scoring. It was. That was those big guys up front, man. They have been doing such a great job this year. We talked about how good the defense has been, but man, that offensive line, that might be who the Seahawks need.
You might be correct there, Doc. And Solis has given them credit all throughout the year. He said he's nothing without them, which isn't entirely true, but certainly they are making some holes for him.
And Elkington puts another point on the board, 24-7 at the 5:06 mark here in the second quarter for the North Kitsap Vikings.
That is the response that any coach loves to see out of his team when they've scored on you. If you can come back and answer that score, they are up by 17 again, and that is exactly what they're looking for.
Well, they will, as I said, the winner of this game has a date for the quarterfinals in the state championship tournament. And do you know where that's going to be?
I don't know.
think it's at the Dome yet.
you know, supposedly like list it that way. If it's done by the way they have it on the bracket, it would be, and if they're doing it the home team, it would be the winner of River Ridge versus Archbishop Murphy because they're on the lower part of the bracket. But I don't know if that's actually going to be a home game or if they're going to some neutral sites at that point. Solis with 72 yards now.
Okay, here we go with kickoff for North. Down to the 10-yard line. Picked up there by Yarder.
Well, he's done a really nice job on his run backs. I realize they stopped him this time at the 25, but quite often they've been past the 30 on what he's done.
Still close to a 10-yard pickup
exactly.
on that return, and that's pretty good.
So I'm not sure if we gave the rest of the refereeing crew, the head referee Jimmy Holt, and then you have the umpire Mike Kelly, head linesman Joshua Jones, line judge Clint Hoffman, back judge Joe Spencer, alternate Mike Williams, and they're all from the Peninsula officials.
First down, WF West. And fake handoff, quarterback keeper. That'll pick up 2 or 3 yards on that one for Wolin.
I asked about Noel's first name. It's N-O-L-E, and I was told that his dad had coached a young man in '99 who was just one of his favorite players ever, and his name was Noel, so that's how his son got that name.
That's N-O-L-E. It's not Nolan. It's
right.
Noel.
It's Noel. It might be for Seminole. You never know. A Florida State fan. Ooh, they've got him.
He faked the handoff, thought he was going to run it again, and the Purple Gang in on him.
Pretty much no one fooled by that fake.
Oh, a nice job by the D. Connor Ryan, one of the guys in there. Daniel DeWild in on that one. So that'll be third down now, and 7. Long 6 to go for WF West. The ball is on their 28-yard line. And looking over to the sideline. Shot going to the air.
There's some openings.
There is an opening, but he could not quite connect with Tyson Guerrero. Warren had pretty good coverage on him, but he was open.
He was open, had that pass been there, but Warren should have been able to take him down at that point. But you never know once you're in the open field, one-on-one.
Yeah, fourth down here coming up for WF, and they will have to punt away in their own territory. Pretty good punt, lands and takes a great Bearcat bounce. Will be down at just outside that 25-yard line, 26-yard line. That's where the Vikings will take over with 3 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the first half.
Well, and that was Taylor Jackson there. He didn't really have an opportunity to pick that up. It was kicked away from him, and I thought he made the right decision. If you try to pick that up and suddenly there's a defender there, you don't get a good hold on it, might be a fumble waiting to happen.
And that did have a good bounce for
yes,
the
it did.
Bearcats. That was a nice roll after it hit the ground. All right, the Vikings start out in their own territory, about the 26-yard line, first down. Oh, nice job, man. That's Mr. Sloman.
That was a great run.
There at Tyler Sloman, and and he's another. They got a lot of really talented seniors. 6'2", 215. Does that sound familiar?
It does, Doc. It's great to see them having such a great season. I mean, they continue year after year making it into the district playoffs and then into state. This WF West team, 8 out of the last 9 years, they've made it into the state playoffs. They haven't made it past the first round since, I think, 2011, but they are a good team.
Handoff coming around this near side.
Wow.
Man, number 24, the defender, Gabe O'Neill. He must have wondered what semi-truck hit him. Did you see that?
I did, but he gave Dax a good bringing down to the turf, that's for sure.
That was quite the, on both sides, quite the hit. Hitting.
First and 10 Vikings on the 47-yard line.
Okay, the ball on about the 47 for the Vikings, first down.
Into Bearcat territory once again.
Ingram running around on the outside. He almost broke a tackle, but finally brought down. And it was Wyatt Deskins and Jet Bowers in on that one.
Well, that was one where it looked like had he gone the bootleg on the other side, it was wide open. But, boy, there's that post-2020 vision that we have from up here.
Joel, another senior out there.
These are names we've been calling for years, and we've been calling them on very successful teams.
Well, we got a timeout. It's second down, loss of about half a yard on that one, and 2 minutes and 33 seconds left to go here in the first half up at North Kitsap's Viking Stadium.
Get North with a 24-7 lead right now, trying to extend that before the half ends.
We got the band out tonight.
So here's a funny fact, Doc. You might recognize the put everything on these rosters, including who the cheerleaders are. But the band director for WF West is Adam Campagna, or I think he said it Campana. And he used to be, I think it was at Kingston.
Yes, indeed, a Kingston Buccaneer band director.
So I thought that was a cool connection.
Years ago.
Kind of like Graylick being the coach last week of Eatonville. Oh, we've had a whistle.
Bad. Let's see.
Oh, another timeout. North Kitsap.
2:33, and apparently that was the third timeout for North in this first half. Yeah, Coach Graylick last week for Eatonville, of course, had coached South Kitsap. And you're seeing more people moving around, it seems like, this year. And we got to give some kudos to Coach T down in Bremerton. Bremerton had not gone that far in recent history, and they did a nice job this year, coming in number 2 in the Olympic League.
Oh, and they almost made it to the next round. I know that they hurt a couple of their top running backs got hurt for that last game or during it too, so they did a great job.
Okay, it'll be second down and about 11. For the Vikings, 2:33 on the clock here in the first half. Out to this near side. The screen pass does not work. Stackhouse was the intended receiver, but man, nice job on the D that time by Jet Bowers.
I really think that was intended to be the second pass was going to come off of that one because that was a lateral for sure.
Okay, third down now, and it's getting close to 14 or 15 to go. They got 14 on the board, back in their own territory at the 48. Big third down play here for the Vikings.
They don't look like they would believe there was going to be a pass.
The reverse! Coming around this near side.
was a grab of the collar again, and didn't get him down by that. But boy, that had to hurt as his head went backwards.
Tyler Sloman on that run. He did not get to the first down. It's 4th down, but took it down to the 44 of the Bearcats. 4th down, 1:44 left to go. And now is this where I guess they're going to go for it. See who they got out there. I don't see Dax punting. So.
Okay. Interesting decision.
It could be a quick kick, pooch kick, 4th down. Because he is the punter. Oh! No. Not far enough on that pass. It was to Dax Solis from Blackmore. But it will be a turnover on downs for the WF West, and they will take over at their own 44. 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go.
The trick plays are not tricking many people at the moment, but brave move on that one. Now WF West with the chance with about 1.5 minutes, I think, left here in the half.
Yeah,
minute 40.
Minute 40. So let's see what WF can do. They've got decent field position, and they're at their own 44. And we've got a momentary pause. Now they're ready to go. No, with a quick pass to this near side. It was intended for Bennett Bull, but unfortunately into the ground for the Bearcats. 2nd down and 10.
Now, had he called bouncies and caught it on the bounce, I'm pretty sure it's legal then, but you got to call bouncies before it bounces. There are certain house rules. Didn't you ever play it that way, Doc?
No.
This time they have him.
Barely back to the line of scrimmage. The quarterback's going to go down maybe half a yard. We did play, though. Sometimes you had to call it off the backboard in basketball.
In basketball, yeah. That was when you're playing horse. You definitely did.
Right. Yep. Okay, 3rd down now, and 9 to go for the 1st down. Clock's ticking, under 1:10. And timeout for the Bearcats with 1:07 left to go in this first half.
Well, really good job. That's the last time the quarterback was in that situation. He managed to elude the defenders, and the North Kitsap guy said, not this time, not on our turf. So a little bit of strengthening of the defense right there. And, you know, Coach going for that 4th down is a compliment to his defense right there. He goes, you know, if we don't make it, my guys are going to hold them. And
so far they have
been pretty right on this all year.
9, yep. Yeah, what a great crew out there with Coach Weibel. We got Chris Richardson, Dave Snyder, I believe is a defensive.
I think so.
Coach, head coach Jared Prince. We called his name a bunch in basketball.
Oh, in every sport, he played them all.
Quarterbacked up here, Kyle Petheram, Jerry Parrish, Peter Blue, and Scott Kroll. It's always great to see Coach Parrish.
Well, and then you got Virgil down there waving at us every time we come in, telling him it's great to see him here, and he gives it right back to us, telling us how much he appreciates us being up here.
And, of course, Matt Stanford, the AD. And it's Stanford playing the Huskies tonight.
They are. I just found out the kickoff a little while ago.
Oh,
he almost had him.
Almost. And I don't think he's going anywhere, Kitty.
He neither has the number 3, nor is his name Russell Wilson.
Man, that was a good effort on the defense, and they slowed him up. Number 17, who we don't have on our list.
Okay.
But he slowed him up enough for the other guys to get in there on that.
I'll see if we have 17 on the other list that is so tiny I can't read it, Doc. We do. That is Will Donald.
Okay. Uh-oh. Foul against the Vikings, and it's a personal, apparently. First down for WF West, and the ball is close to the Viking 45-yard line. 55 seconds left to go in this first half. So the Vikings need to pull up the bootstraps here and stop the team from Chehalis.
Now, I don't know if that must have been a personal foul that I didn't see. I didn't even see the flag down.
I didn't either. And there's Wolin rolling out, and he's going to be dropped for a loss.
Oh, not again.
I saw that flag.
That one, I saw the action.
High in the air, and yes, indeed, hit out of bounds, which is a personal
Another
foul.
personal foul, that's going to be.
3 penalties in the game, all for North, all personal foul.
Question is, from here I can't tell whether maybe he was pushed into him.
Well, I wish we had that close-up super slow-mo from 10 different angles so we could tell you for sure.
Exactly. They are having a discussion over there. From here, it did look pretty obvious that he was hit too late. But that's, like I said, maybe he was pushed into him. Just 40 seconds left.
Man, here's our call. Unsportsman, I believe.
I don't know exactly what that was.
I don't remember the crossed arms.
That was I think we had this discussion once before, and they are coaches trying to find out what it was.
Well, that's a 15-yarder for one. We know that. Their ball has moved down to the 32, 33-yard line for the Bearcats, and it'll be first down for them with 40 seconds left to go here. Wolin wants to go to the air, can't find a receiver, and brought down by number 55 out there. Good job by Connor Westby.
Connor, another one of those seniors out there. He is just a stalwart, both offense and defense.
Second down now, and another timeout for the Bearcats. 32 seconds left to go. Second down and 10, and the ball is on the Viking 33.
Well, and they say there's one more timeout for the Bearcats have one left, so they can still use that as they go on. That rushing in on the quarterback, they just aren't even giving him an opportunity to find a receiver. As we obviously saw the gentleman at 6'8". I'm trying to find him now.
On the receiver.
Exactly. So you know that's who he's going to be looking for out there. Well, it would be Mr. White who had that. Oh, it must have looked like 6'8". He's 6 foot, Doc. No, maybe let me see.
Yep. And a yellow hanky comes out.
No, you're right. He's listed 6'8", 190, Brandon White. Whether that's correct, we're not sure.
And now I think this one is going to be against the team in white. And it was basically at the line of scrimmage, a hold against the Bearcats. So I'll move them back 10.
They get a little bit of one of those cheers from the crowd. Hey, it's finally time you called it on them, you know.
24 seconds left to go here. Ball back to the 43-yard line of the Vikings for the Bearcats. Second down and a whole bunch. Like 20, close to. Yeah, 20.
I think whole bunch describes it pretty well, Doc.
Here we go, 24 seconds. And Wolin will go to the air. He's got the big man. And that is that big man, Brandon White at 6'8".
That is correct. And when you do look at him, you're going, wow, he towers above everybody, including the entire
this time
referee.
I really saw that.
Yeah.
You can really see it over on this near side. And that is number 5, that split receiver out there.
They got about 10 of the yards that they needed on that.
Third down now. 14 seconds left to go. And a quick shot again to White. And it's not going to be enough for the first down. It's going to be fourth down with 10 seconds left to go. Well, you go to the well once again to that big 6'8" guy.
You can probably get your first down, but
another timeout.
They're using their last timeout. The question is, do you just go? You might have to just take a shot at the end zone at this point because there's not a lot of timeout, and the fog is trying to roll in here.
I was going to say the TOL's timeouts left are gone for the Bearcats. And the ball is at the 26-yard line of the Vikings. Fourth down for the Bearcats, and I don't know. I think you're right. I think 10 seconds might be one play left.
Well, if they do another quick sideline like that, they can get their first down. But then that doesn't even. I think you almost go to the end zone at least once. I don't know that it gives you enough time for twice. But if you don't get your first down, it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, that's true. It's fourth down and about 3 yards to go for that first. And I'm sure that's what Coach Wolin is talking to him about. 10 seconds to go here in the first half.
The good news is it pretty much takes the middle away because they don't have a timeout. Although in college they stop it. I think in high school as well for the first down.
And there again, over to the
nice
sideline,
job.
knocked down. It would not have gotten to Mr. White anyway, but because it was not a first down with 7 seconds left, the Vikings will take over on downs.
Certainly I'm expecting a knee, but who knows, Doc? This is high school football.
7 seconds here. And as you said, that looks like the fog's trying to roll on in on the other side of the field from us.
Really good effort by North Kitsap this first half. Coaches have got to be happy. They won't like the one touchdown. They never do. But their offense is doing a good job. They'll talk about the penalties a little bit. But obviously they're going to like all the effort they're seeing out there.
And Blackmore takes the knee for the victory formation at the end of the
Good try.
first half. And the North Kitsap Vikings lead the WF West Bearcats 24-7, Kitty, in this postseason game. The winner moves to the quarterfinals in the 2A state championship tournament. Well, we're West Sound TV working with the Kitsap Sun to stream this game to you live. Really appreciate their efforts, and Peninsula Subaru, who helps the Sun to make that possible. Casey Pregardner doing a great job out there on the camera and the computer. Kitty Campagna on that other microphone, and she does all the hard work producing these shows. And I'm the doctor, Doc Parr. We'll have that second half coming up for you shortly.
Viking fans, get on your feet. Here come the Vikings.
There we go.
Hey, how come your daughter's so cute? What happened? Her bright's beautiful.
Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you heard that one, right?
Mother's beautiful. Thanks a lot.
Hey, it's that God's way of killing some sympathy.
Yes, because you're in blood. You're getting trashed. You just didn't.
Hey, did Nick come? You didn't? So what, you didn't show up?
Nick.
The HVAC guy.
Oh, yeah, no, you gave him the job. I gave
Oh,
him
really?
17.5 yesterday.
What did he come in at?
40, I sold and I paid 35. He's good. It's right where he should be.
Great, thanks for keeping him on. Washington 14, Stanford 7.
I had another guy once. They're pretty good. I'd rather put them than
No, I mean, because they'll take that count.
Go Vikings!
what they want. There's some deals like I don't hang them. That's a good thing. Yeah, the Saints, what if you start No. He's pretty good.
Corey Davis will kick off for WF West.
Welcome back to West Sound TV's presentation of high school football 2017, and it's the second round of the postseason up here in Paulsbo at North Kitsap Vikings Stadium, and the North Kitsap Vikings lead the WF West Bearcats 24-7. Well, happy to have you with us live on the KitsapSun.com stream /GOTW Game of the Week. And in replay, we'll have it for you on BKAT. I'm the Dr. Casey Pregartner on the camera, Kitty Campagna on the other microphone, and it could be the Fog Bowl coming in, Kitty.
And that was Corey Davis on the kick for WF West. Yeah, slowly but surely there's some fog moving in, which could make it kind of interesting out there. But it really has turned out to be a very nice evening for football.
Yeah, I thought myself they were saying rain in the evening time, and so far it's not been bad. Like you said, maybe a little bit of dew out there, and of course the fog, but it's a pretty good night for football, weather-wise.
See, we're going to be in trouble if that fog moves in. We don't have that camera down on the field to give you that awful view, even if it's the only view they give you.
So even the pros sometimes have technological issues.
Here he goes.
Dak Solis coming around the near side.
Really nice tackle by Tyson Guerrero on the corner.
Yeah, that'll be a pickup of a good 6. Second down now and 4 for the Vikings.
North Kitsap won the original toss, deferred, and here they get to start out the second half already with a lead of 24-7 and with the ball.
Which is why a lot of teams do defer on that coin toss. And that time, that was a nice defensive effort by Henry.
Flag out there.
Holding on North Kitsap.
And that's going to go against NK. It's going to be a hold. That will be a loss of 10. And we will see where that puts them. Should be back around the 21-yard line. It's a spot foul, so the spot of the hold.
As you were noticing, that little flag out at about the 30.5, so they're going to go back 10. Replay the down.
And it'll be back to the 19.
Well, then they had the flag not where it happened, Doc. Or it's now the 11-yard penalty that we don't know about.
Second down, 11 after the penalty.
Well, it'll be second down, but it'll also be 11 yards to go for the first for North Kitsap. And Andrew Blackmore rolling out, got himself a receiver down at the 35-yard line to the 40, close to the 45. Nice job, and it's Tyler Sloman who grabbed that one, took it out to they're going to place it at, looks like the 43-yard line.
You know,
First down.
they talk about Blackmore as a game manager. That was not a game manager throw. There were so many Bearcats out there, and I did see the opening, but he had to have the right distance and depth on that. That was a great pass.
First down for North Kitsap. Pitch out to
Oh, what a
Solis,
block.
coming around this near side, and he'll put some yards on the board. Continue to add to his totals.
Sloman, after that catch, put a beautiful block on the guy in the backfield to get Solis around the corner.
Second down now for North Kitsap.
So, Doc, I don't know if you mentioned that the possible opponent, we talked about Archbishop Murphy, and they are rolling right now. So that looks like whoever wins this one will be playing them.
47-0.
Yeah, over
there.
River Ridge. Here he goes up the middle.
And that's going to be close to a first down. We'll have to see where they mark his forward progress. It's right there on that first down line. There it is. Move the chains. Somebody in the crowd already.
They knew it. They were calling it.
Into Bearcat territory.
Seldom do they measure in high school. It's just, okay, it's first.
And unfortunately, we don't have the yellow line for you. Oh,
No.
it's the reverse again. Coming around to this near side. And I believe that's Sloman again is going to pick up some nice yardage. They've run that reverse twice tonight so far and had good success both times.
And that is his Indian name, Slowman. It is not what he is out there. He's got a good little giddy up and go.
Okay, that'll bring up second down and about 3 yards to go for a first down. Ball is just about on the Bearcat 40-yard line.
So many different weapons. Good to see that they're going a little bit more to the run, but all that was brought about by the catch by Sloman.
Blackmore under center. Oh, Dax, he waits,
He's
he
free.
waits, he found his space.
Next
and it's
speed.
a foot race to the end zone. And let's see where they're going to mark it. Oh, they're going to say just.
Touchdown.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I was waiting to see the arms.
I thought I saw them both, but they're black, and it's hard to see.
And Dax Solis once again, and that was a perfect example of his patience. He almost came to a complete stop, saw what was going on, and moved to his right.
Well, and it's brought about by you've run to the other side a couple times, and you've used other runners, and then suddenly Solis is just, that second gear he has is phenomenal.
Touchdown to 9:48 mark here. And Elkington's PAT is good. It's 31 now to 7 in favor of our North Kitsap Vikings.
So I have Solis with all 4 touchdowns. He's at 140 yards already.
Oh,
so
hey, we got to thank George Edgar from
I know
Sun
he
here
is our
being-
man for keeping track
We
of that.
never had stats before. Thanks.
Not quite those kind. I can do them in basketball. I'm fairly good at that one, but George has this down up here.
I can't do any of that.
You talk. That's all. We
I
can't
have a
expect
hard
too much
enough
out of you,
time
Doc.
doing
Yeah.
that these days. Okay, North Kitsap putting it on tonight. Yeah, boy, would that be a matchup next week if North wins, and it does look like probably Archbishop Murphy.
I think that they are on the right road right now. Yeah.
And you know, we saw Archbishop Murphy there play Olympic, and they beat him pretty good, no doubt about it. But they didn't look like the super team of last year.
I would agree. I mean, they are still a very good team, but they may be vulnerable.
Oh, pick up on the 20 and out to the 30, the 22, number 22, doing a great job that time by Jet Bowers. It's a good name for a receiver, Jet Bowers, kickoff receiver.
There you are.
So the Bearcats now down by 24 points. We are at the 9:39 mark here in the third quarter, and it will be Noah Wolin back at QB for the Bearcats. Kind of a short pitch handoff to his running back, and he'll move it out to about the 40-yard line.
Nice cutback by the running back on that one.
And that would be Henry. Little gimpy it looks like there. But he's going to stay in. Second down, and a long 4 to go for the Bearcats. Ball at their own 40-yard line.
Henry's a senior for the Bearcats. I'm sure he wants to get the most out of this, hoping it's not his last game.
And it's the keeper right up through the middle. It's going to be a first down for the Bearcats, finally brought down by a host of Vikings.
Up to about the 47, good enough for a Bearcat.
They've been successful with that one a couple times. They develop a hole immediately, and he is able to get 8 or 9 yards.
That moves it out to the Bearcat 47-yard line with first down. Wollum puts the man in motion, rolling out to this near side. Short pass, But there's a yellow hanky in the backfield.
I'm thinking that's probably a hold. And it is.
Indication a hold against the Bearcats. That's the second penalty for WF.
Well, I watched that play develop. Nice defense anyway. That the defensive back right there on top of the receiver.
Yeah, the North Kitsap team exhorting their fans, and the fans responding.
I was standing out near the camera during halftime, and it's so much fun to watch these fans because it's not just parents and it's not just students. It is people from the community, and that's one of the reasons I've always loved doing North Kitsap events.
Dan Whedon on the PA for quite a while since we've been here. Marshall, our buddy over there.
Exactly, giving stats and helping out. He's running clock.
Down. And there again, Wolin with the keeper right up through that middle. He'll pick up 4 or 5 on that, but they've got to get all the way to the 43-yard line of North Kitsap to get a first down. It's 3rd down.
It is second down.
Yeah.
Yep. It's kind of fun to watch the coaches on the sideline giving signals to the North Kitsap guys.
Going back in again. And fakes that handoff, wants to go to the air.
Intercepted.
Off. Let's see if it's inbounds. It is a North Kitsap interception. And right in front of Coach Weibel.
I think it was Taylor Jackson, number 42 at the interception. That I was watching to see how they were covering downfield and doing a great job. That there were no receivers open, so he had to go with his closer option. And 42 just broke the route and took it.
So the Vikings again take over. How many times did we see that in the first quarter, Kitty, where the Vikings took over on a fumble or an intercept?
Well, I believe that's how the game started, Doc.
That's correct.
That was just, if that was going to be the tempo and the way this was going to go, it's certainly how North Kitsap wanted it.
7:27 here left to go. Uh-oh, in the backfield. Oh, man.
That is Slowman.
That was Tyler Slowman, and I don't know how they got that pass off.
Well, Doc, that was an exact replica, but on this side of the field, of the one where there were 6 Bearcats and Tyler Slowman, and Tyler came up with it. He is listed at, let me see what they have. He's 6'2", that's a pretty good size receiver.
Now, Blackmore's a junior, but a lot of the other guys are seniors. Hand off to Dax, goes around the right side and takes it to about the 30-yard line.
Pretty sure Dan Whedon just has put Dax Solis for 5 yards on a loop and is replaying that every time.
Well, it's great to see Mr. Pat Seahawk, Mr. Seahawk Duncan, Pat,
yep,
working with KITZ Radio, bringing the ball game to the fans on the radio.
And should this go to the next round, I have not been able to check into the logistics, but I don't believe that we'll be able to cover that one, but they will be. So I at least want people to know that there will be some coverage of it next week, no matter what.
Well, timeout here at the 6:27 mark in the 3rd period, and a 31-7 lead for the North Kitsap Vikings.
This North Kitsap team, you absolutely love the way their offense is going. But again, it's still, there's that commercial where the people become their parents and they say defenses win championships, and actually they do. It is the way that these guys are playing and the intensity they have on the defensive end is just amazing.
Well, we have ourselves said that more than once.
Well, we've
and
turned
not
into our
just here.
parents.
We've said that with basketball.
Yes, we have.
also.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, the North Kitsap volleyball team got beaten at the state tournament.
I know they lost their first. This was today.
Yeah, today.
They lost their first one. I looked. Did they lose their second?
No,
They won that one. That was the one at 3 o'clock. I knew I looked at the bracket today, and they were so proud of how they'd won district, and they should have been. That just an incredible team.
Oh, good move. And Dax takes it down to about the 20-yard line. First down, move the chains. Yeah, what a great dynasty they have there, too. North Kitsap volleyball, Coach Tim French, Coach Weibel up here for football. Baseball is pretty big up in North Kitsap, and George is going to go cover North Kitsap soccer tomorrow. They're also in the postseason. Is it state that they're at? In the state tournament, quarterfinals for the soccer team, which is where the winner of tonight's game will move to quarterfinals for the WIAA 2A state championship. Blackmore hands off, and a tough run that time by Dax.
So it may just be my eyes, but I swear Solis's helmet looks slightly different colors, probably because he's been ground into the turf many times. A little bit of that gold flake coming off. I watched a Notre Dame game last week where there was a collision where gold flecks just flew when they went helmet to helmet.
Yeah, there's a few of them out there, but Dax's has the most of the yellow.
Yeah, you can see what I'm talking about.
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
And I think it might be from use, if nothing else.
Blackmore has some on his helmet, too. Andrew rolling out to his right, going deep, and it's in the end zone, but nobody comes down with it on that one.
Really good defense on that. The defender put his hands back, felt where the receiver was, kept in front of him. Didn't intercept it, but he kept him from getting the ball.
Pass intended for Kai Warren.
Yeah, and that was Kai Warren trying to get to it. 6'3".
Yeah, we've seen him have some hops on a basketball court.
Yes. Well, let's see the big guy, 6'5" guy out there on the D side. Oh yeah, there is that him over here?
It would be number 5.
Yeah,
6'8".
Brandon White. But I do not see him out there on D for the Bearcats. And it's a pitch back to Dax, and oh boy. That time, the Bearcats did a nice job stopping him, and it was Gabe O'Neill.
That was incredible pursuit by the defense. They did not let him get the corner, and Dax kept looking for the opening, and it was not there.
Well, bring up 4th down and about 2 yards to go for the first. Just a little bit over 5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Warren's back in. And he'll split out to this near side. Other than that, everybody's pretty much, well, except half
until
of them
they all move to the other side.
It's Dax. And inside the 10-yard line, he's going to make the first down for the Vikings.
That is just keeping your legs moving. There was a guy attached to him for a second.
Tyson Guerrero
exactly.
went for a ride there on that one. But Dax picks up another first down inside the 10. North Kitsap, 1st and goal to go.
North Kitsap with a 31-7 lead, looking to extend that right now, dominating this WF West Bearcat team.
And the Bearcats only lost 2 games this season, and as you said, they were to pretty strong teams.
Exactly. 4-1 in league, having lost to Tumwater.
Dax has got it. Oh, nice job that time with an open field tackle. That was Leandrew Gaines.
Gaines is a sophomore, but a big guy at 225.
And pretty quick. Second down now for North Kitsap. Under 4 minutes here in the third quarter, and there's Kai taken in the play, I guess. And he will go over to the far side as they split. And there again's that shift. And a whistle.
They didn't like it that time.
And a flag in the back there.
Came from the back judge, which sometimes is a delay of game, but I don't see that as a call.
Delay of game.
Delay of game. There we are.
5 yards on North Kitsap.
5-yarder. And never started. So still second down, but it moves him back to about the 13-yard line. Blackmore, straight drop back, over the middle, and there it is, another TD for the North Kitsap Vikings.
13 yards.
And that was Kai Warren, he says.
6'2". Not 6'8", but tall enough.
Oh, they really have to take away that game manager label from Blackmore. That was on the money.
Well, this is great, the way they've been moving it around to a bunch of different people, all having success. And that one looks like it's going to be good, too.
Elkington just solid
Yes,
tonight.
he has been. And it's 38-7 with 3:14 left to go here in this third quarter in favor of the team in purple, the North Kitsap Vikings.
Well, it's kind of fun that they, in this first round, they aren't facing Archbishop Murphy. Certainly don't look forward to that happening in the second round, which it looks like is going to be the case. But this is a team that is much more prepared for them, I believe, this year. You can see the growth. Blackmore coming in as a junior, he was up against a senior to earn the job, definitely has earned the job and proven himself, and he has so many good weapons around him. And look at the variety that the coaches are calling. They're willing to do pass and run, because you're never going to succeed with just one, as opposed to, you need the run to set up the pass, or maybe the other way around. Really, just
they got
solid
the run.
group. Yeah, they do have the run. But I mean, they've had
pass.
some very important passes
Yes,
tonight
they
that
have.
have just made things happen.
Oh, it's
Oh, what a
outsider.
bounce.
Uh,
Max Miller making the recovery.
The Bearcats grab a hold of it, but we've seen them do, North Kitsap do that before with a lead. This time it didn't work, but that would be a real back crusher.
That had such a cool bounce, and Miller doing a really, really good job. He's a senior.
Yes, he did, because there were a couple of Vikings around it there. And it went to 10-plus yards. Got a tight formation there in the back. Hand off to number 21, and he's not going much anywhere.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, brought down by Morgan Heck.
Second down 10.
At 21 is Jaden Camosa, just a sophomore. North Kitsap getting in there about the same time the handoff occurred.
2:46 left here in quarter number 3. And again, they're keeping it on the ground, and it's going nowhere. Boy.
You know, you have that initial stop, and then you have the guys coming up from the secondary making sure that if he does wiggle his way out, he's not going any farther.
Well, Connor Westby, the first guy in there, and Joshua Stackhouse in. And it's going to be 3rd down now, and a long 9 yards to go.
Daniel DeWild on that line. First line of defenders.
And again, keeping down the ground and some running room this time. Number 21 for the Bearcats, Jaden Camoza, takes it into Viking territory.
So, Doc, I think you may have noticed something when you said Kaimi Henry looked a little bit gimpy, and now they have number 21 Camoza in there running, and he's found some yardage.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Henry back in.
I don't think so either.
So the Bearcats move it into Viking territory. Ball's at about the 38-yard line. 1st down for 'em. And again, it's a handoff, and once again, nowhere to go. And this time, number 56, Ryan Brooks in there first. Man, I love this defense.
I don't think it doesn't look like they're being blocked. I know they are. These guys are just so tough out there.
And, you know, the Bearcats have some good-sized people on that line. Now there's Henry's back in the ball game. Or actually, he's not. It was Brandon White.
Yeah, that was number 5 coming in.
The big man over to that near far side. But again, they keep it on the ground, and they're going to be stopped once again, barely back to the original line of scrimmage. That was Henry there on that one, so he is back. 3rd down now, and 11 to go for the first, so the North Kitsap D has been doing the job.
Yes, Stackhouse was the first guy in. He's coming all the way from the secondary to make the initial contact.
And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter up here in Paulsbo, and our North Kitsap Vikings lead 38-7. Start rolling, Casey. Final quarter here at North Kitsap Stadium or West Sound TV, streaming it live over the internet thanks to the kitsapsun.com/GOTW. And I'm the Dr. Kitty Campagna, Casey Pregartner here, and boy, oh boy, North Kitsap fans pretty happy so far with their team's performance. And there's another one right there on a 3rd down and 11, dropping the Bearcats from WF West behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense has been so tough against the run. I'm so surprised that they aren't trying to pass a little bit more. When you have that 6'8" weapon, for instance, they used him at the end of the first half, and not as much as you would expect.
He's in now, Kitty.
He is responsible for the one touchdown,
Yeah,
the 35-yard pass in the second quarter.
He did say something to quarterback Noel when he came in, like, get it to me or something.
Hey, I'm taller than anybody defending me. Uh-oh.
Oh.
That wasn't what he wanted.
I would say that's going to be motion, illegal type.
I'm thinking even the most newbie watcher caught that one.
And so 4th down, it was about 4th and 11. Now add 5 to it, 4th and 16. And it looks like WF is going to have to kick it away. Ball is pretty close to midfield.
Wallen goes back to kick, and
there's nobody from the Vikings back there, though obviously thinking it's going to be a fake. Yeah, good kick, good roll. And did they get to it and down it? No.
No, they say they did not.
Oh, no. And number 17 was down there. Jordan Thomas, he was down there and just could not get to it. So the Vikings will start out at their own 20-yard line. Just underway here in quarter number 4 from North Kitsap.
Score down in Stanford. Washington 14, Stanford 10.
Boo.
Just gave us our Stanford score. Washington
Huskies.
14 and Stanford 10.
Huskies and Cardinals, even though they have a tree for their mascot. They are Cardinals.
They are. No, they are not Cardinals. They are the Cardinal. They are the color.
Signal. Oh.
They are actually the color
Not
dog.
even the bird, eh?
No,
Okay.
no, because if you can have a tree as your mascot,
Okay.
you might as well be a color.
Yeah, maybe the bird was in the tree or something
There
like
you are.
that.
I like that, but I don't think so.
Okay. Second down now for North Kitsap.
Sometimes you just don't understand the minds of geniuses like those at Stanford.
I don't know.
All right, second down, and the ball is at the 22-yard line. Andrew Blackmore still in the game. Or no, it's not. It's Kakuda, the senior that you mentioned earlier. So it looks like Andrew's going to get some time off here,
Brings up a 3rd down.
which is a good idea since you don't want him hurt.
No, you certainly do not want him hurt.
With a 38-7 lead in the 4th quarter. So the senior Keenan Kakuda out there for North Kitsap. 3rd down now and about 6 to go for the first. And this is a great opportunity to get other players some real playing time. Kakuda wants to go to the air. Cross the middle, it's complete to the 40, down to the 50.
Oh, if they do not call horse collar. They do not call horse collar. Oh, that's pathetic. I'm sorry.
Wow.
What a play.
Riley Solis.
You might recognize that last name.
Yeah, he's a junior.
Wow.
But yeah, that certainly looked like a horse collar tackle to me.
That is not a legal tackle, but it was a great play beyond that. A good pass, great reception, and the run after that followed.
And North Kitsap moves it into Bearcat territory. Down to the 42-yard line for a first down. And yeah, boy, that was a tough run by Riley after the catch. Yak. Yards after catch. Oh, handoff to the far side and got some running room. That's number 34, Clayton Williams.
Amy Henry makes the tackle. Gains to the 39.
Clayton's a junior.
3, 2nd 7.
Fog has kind of backed up a little bit. And number 4 coming in for North, bringing that play in. That's Blake Wetzian.
And I'm thinking we're probably going to have another timeout, North Kitsap.
Timeout, North Kitsap.
It took them quite a while to get that play in, and they were looking at a delay of game if they didn't discuss it at the sideline.
And Blake back over talking to Coach Weibel.
You know, you hate to, of course, use your timeouts, but that's a smart one. You want to keep building confidence with the group that you have out there.
8:08 left to go in the ball game, and there's your game management. And that was definitely, I think, worth it. So second down for the Vikings, and about 8 to go for a first. Ball is at the 39.
So this WF West team typically scoring, the least they scored was 3 against Tumwater.
Oh, look out. And number 22 for the Bearcats, all over that one. That's Jet Bowers again.
And then against Rochester, their high was 54 this year, 54-20, but they've been in the 30s most of the time. A fairly high-scoring team that North Kitsap has held to 7 points tonight.
Down 7.
And WF West from the Chehalis area,
Correct.
the Evergreen League.
Tumwater number 1 coming out of there, and then WF West number 2. Oh, the double
It's the
handoff.
reverse. And look at the fight for yardage on that one.
Williams, the ball carrier.
That's Clayton again, Clayton Williams. And
Bowers makes the
he'll
tackle.
move it out to Mound to the 36-yard line, and it'll be 4th down now for North. They've got about 5 to go for a first, maybe a long 4. And at this point, too far out for a field goal and too close for a punt.
Well, those are the ones where you just go for it and see, because again, coach really trusts his defense. I was watching the WF West guy at halftime, and he was going from the 35, so that's a 45, about a 45-yard field goal, and I saw him make it a couple of times.
Oh, a long pass intended for Ingram and broken up at the last minute down there. Pretty good-looking pass, though.
Well, the second receiver's like, he's pushing me, but it was totally legal at that point because it had been touched.
So 4th down, and the Vikings turn over the ball to the Bearcats on downs, but they are in Bearcat territory. Ball will be placed at just beyond the Bearcat 35-yard line.
I like that call where they were trying. Why not go for it all? See if you can get a pass play. We've already seen Kakuta with a really nice pass to Solis earlier, so you know make that Riley Solis. You have to
The
differentiate.
junior Solis
Correct.
versus the senior
Yes.
Solis. Okay, 1st down now for the Bearcats. Uh-oh, and flag comes flying in.
I think we had movement on the
Penalty on WF.
It's going to be a
Bearcats.
false start on the Bearcats. That'll move them back 5.
that one that looked like they might have been considering a blitz coming on the side for North Kitsap. They have done so well. It's 3 guys rushing most of the time, and I realize that some of the second line is moving up when we're not looking, but just a great job in that front line.
So 1st and 15 now for the Bearcats. Wolin's still out there at the QB and fighting hard for some yards,
Ow.
but they're going to give him a couple.
Lopez.
Fighting the correct word on that one, Doc.
Aiden Alsop makes the tackle.
Alsop on the tackle, and maybe a yard or couple yard gain on that. 2nd and 13. 6 minutes left to go in the ball game here, Kitty.
Clock does keep ticking. You can tell that I don't know if you want to say the words given up for WF West, but you're looking at a huge deficit. They're just still trying to play a game, maybe try to get another score, feel a little bit better coming out of this, but you never feel better when you end your season with a loss.
Well, and unfortunately, only one team will not end their season with a loss.
Only so true.
Yeah, Wolin with the handoff. And that's Henry.
Maybe Henry, the ball carrier.
Fair amount of energy still left in those legs as he was trying to get past the North Kitsap defenders.
Man, Tyler Sloman was the first one in on it. Sloman's had a great night along with Solis. Ingram has done a good job. And, of course, Andrew Blackmore, he has done a solid job from a family of quarterbacks, number 3 in line of quarterbacks. Jared played here in 2008. Brother played in 2014, who's now the offensive coordinator for Bainbridge.
That one's Cody.
Cody.
And the older one is Jordan.
Yeah, and then Andrew now. And they said in the article in the paper that Cody had a good time razzing Andrew in that first game of the season where North played Bainbridge.
Andrew had a better time as his team won 42-21.
Yep.
And those 21 points are about the most that North Kitsap gave up this year until the playoff game against Eatonville. They pride themselves on their defense.
4th down. And it appears that the Bearcats are going to punt. And I'm not sure what I guess they're just getting ready to go. Good punt. Man, look at number 17 for the Bearcats. Thomas was down there before the ball hit the ground.
And he did that last time, too. Almost had it down at about the 2-yard line.
That's right. It was him down there at the goal line.
Jordan Thomas, one of the seniors for this Bearcat group.
Well, North Kitsap will take over on their own 34-yard line, 33, with 3:45 left to go in the ball game, and it looks like it's going to be a rematch of that first round from last year against the Archbishop Thomas Murphy Wildcats from Everett.
You know, that's crazy. I do not know if it's actually played at their field. And it sounds like it will be in Everett, so now North Kitsap just running the ball, using up the time. You know, these fans are spoiled. No matter what happens, they will have seen nothing but victories this year. I realize that some will travel, but nothing but victories at home. And in league, another great year for this North Kitsap Viking squad.
And again, to me, definitely one of the better Viking teams we've seen in years. And they've had good ones, no doubt about it. But this year, they're so well-rounded. They've got that great defense out there. They've got Solis. Blackmore has just become real solid back there.
Well, you know, Ryan Brooks is the one who they've talked. I heard something about him possibly being the MVP for the Olympic League. That was the rumors I was hearing out near the camera. And but, you know, he and Connor Westby have been so important to that defensive line.
Man, Kakuda's pass off the fingertips there, intended for Riley Solis. So, yeah. Well, and Dax, he added some more yards, and he'll have another chance next week. So maybe he could make that 2,000-yard
darn
mark.
near, I think he was at 140 in the third quarter, or even before that. And so maybe not
1600 and 140.
1606, yep.
To 1746.
And I don't know how many he had in the second half.
Yeah, so it could be close to 1800, 200 more yards.
Uh-oh. That's not what you want to see happen.
The first
see if he can get the
bad
kickoff.
snap.
Oh, he should try to kick that.
Well, and he's going to pass it. It's completed.
Nope, not going to be legal, but
No.
it was completed.
We saw that one last week, though this week it was out of necessity.
Ah.
I don't know if he had planned that or not, but with the bad snap above his head, he had to do something with it. I think he almost thought about running it.
Oh,
they're going to pick it up.
But they didn't get enough yardage for the first down, even with the pass.
Yep, and it ended up in the hands of Aiden Alsop.
It did. Number 44.
Yeah, but it went off. It went off another Viking player into Aiden's hands.
Which would, I don't know if they thought that they were down blocking too soon originally or what it was and why they picked that all up. But I think since it didn't get the first down, it certainly doesn't matter at that point.
Ball on the 42-yard line for a first down for the Bearcats. 2:21 left to go in the ball game tonight.
But look at that as compared to where they'd have the ball at about the 15, what they turned that into.
Stand him up. And number 20 out there, Isaiah Kahana. Man, nice job there, a junior. 5'11", 200 pounds. Good size for a linebacker.
Well, they are. They don't want to stop it this year. It is a program. They continue to bring in great players and coach them so well. And, you know, these guys wait for their turn. It's pretty tough to be on the sideline and not always get to play. But, you know, they are developing talent daily.
That's the other thing I like about this North Kitsap squad. They seem to have a great team camaraderie out there. And, of course, that comes from the coaching staff on down. But these guys like playing with each other.
It looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah.
So they just want to keep playing as long as they can. Second down and 10 for the Bearcats. Hand off to number 13, trying to cut the corner on the other side, and he gets cut down.
Jacob McCarthy, the ball carrier.
That was Jacob McCarthy. And we've got a Viking down. And it's Clayton Williams, I believe.
Oh, number 34, if that is
that's
correct.
Who it is down. And let's hope he's okay. He actually had a fair amount of playing time last week as well as this week.
We've seen him carry the ball a couple times. So, Doc, one of my favorite pictures, it's just changing now, but they have a bench here, and we had about 6 of the starters sitting there, 6 to 8 that are, you can tell that they're just pretty darn happy how today has gone.
Some of those are the big guys.
There were, well, that's why you can't fit 10 on the bench.
76.
Exactly.
Robert Ship, Connor Ryan down there.
Number 80, Ben Hansen. Just some good-sized men.
Daniel DeWild, he's
Yep.
been in on some stuff tonight. So, yes, indeed.
Coming off on his own, with his own steam, but with a big...
Kind of gimping.
Yep.
1 minute, 14 seconds left to go in the ball game here at North Kitsap High School.
Third down,
And
8.
we've been relatively injury-free otherwise tonight, which is really nice to see. You hate these guys having their season end because of injury, because of a Thursday night football game when you played on a Sunday.
Yep. Handoff, and there's a new quarterback in for the Bearcats. That would be Josiah Johnson, a sophomore.
Wallen a senior, so yeah, giving the sophomore an opportunity to come out here and
Well, flip the yardage sticks, and it's 4th down. Ball at the North Kitsap 40, and the clock is ticking. I don't know if they'll even try to get another playoff.
Oh, are we that close?
29,
Okay.
28 seconds. Yeah, it looks like they will.
I think they have to, or a delay
Yeah.
of game.
I don't see the back man yet, though, raising his hand.
Officiating crew keeping people off the field.
Yeah, number 30. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a handoff or a pitch.
But it is North Kitsap ball, and they will actually get to do that victory formation, or did they run it
No, they
out?
won't. The time
Okay.
is up. Triple zeros on the scoreboard. And the North Kitsap Vikings take the WF West Bearcats 38-7 up here in Paulsbo. Second week of postseason. Moving on to the 2A WIAA quarterfinals next week.
Excellent game by this North Kitsap squad. I am so impressed. I'm so excited to be up here. I wish the next one were here too. It doesn't sound like that's the way it's set up, which is too bad, but these guys will go away from here with some great confidence after beating a very tough WF West squad.
Yes, indeed. Well, we are West Sound TV. Want to thank the Kitsap Sun.com/GOTW for streaming live Friday night football for you. Once in a while, Thursday. This season, once again, we certainly think it's a great community service that they are providing, and Peninsula Subaru down in Gorse, the Dionysus, and all of their folks helping to support the effort, and it has been a good season. Definitely want to thank Casey Pregartner for doing the camera and tending that computer tonight, and of course our good buddy Spencer Anderson, who's not here tonight.
It's
but
his birthday. Could be why he's not here.
Okay, it has been a lot of this season. He's been out there for us, including the Ice Bowl from North Kitsap last weekend. And of course, as I said, Kitty Campagna, who's doing all the hard work, putting all this stuff together and getting all the notes and permission slips and all of that kind of stuff for us. Kitty, it's been great to work. I always enjoy working with you. Basketball, volleyball, football.
Well, you know, I think it's because we have fun, and the other reason is because we really love high school sports. Watching these young talent and what they can do and how they develop into such incredible teams and people, you know, like Jared Prince coming back, all those kind of things. I had so much fun when I go, yeah, we did one of his games or one of her volleyball matches. Just a pleasure and an honor.
Yes, indeed, it sure is. And as you say, West Sound TV is proud to bring your community to you. And as I have been known to say a couple of times.
A few times.
Stay tuned. We will see you soon.